Woof. Hey there, everybody. It's been a little while. Of course, as soon as I start, I turn on the transition here, Jeff decides to just start screaming. But the good news is we are back in action here. We have a bracket of a minimum of 10 people as far as who has checked in so far. Looks like we only have a minute left, so we might actually end up missing a few check-ins, but we'll find out. For our first match on stream, I've been thinking about this. It might end up being Inazuma versus Ross LaBoss, but things are going to get shaken up when I finish the check-in, because it is going to auto DQ a couple people. Hey, Jeff, come here. Come on, buddy. All right, Jeff, you got anything to say to anybody? Yes. I do agree. Tonight will be a fun night, I think. It's going to be a pretty small bracket. Nothing too crazy. But it has been a little while. Yeah, Jeff is in the house as always. He is being very loud. It makes it hard. If it wasn't for the fact that people have just gotten used to him, I think, my streaming days would be over. We got 3 seconds left on that DQ timer. We've got a cutscene playing on there. Let's get rid of that because I want to make it easier to upload the VOD. All right, so that is, we're going to start the bracket here. It won't let me finalize. What the heck? Ah, man, I love Start GG. It's just a big old mess, isn't it? All right, there we go. I don't know why that disappeared a second ago. Unfortunately, we are going to be missing Grendel, who unfortunately will not be able to make it tonight. But that does change it up a little bit. It means we have Ross LaBoss versus Richter, Cheese God versus Gromio. Yeah, I should have time tonight, Woodsy. I should actually have time tonight. We're going to snooze that ad real quick before we haven't even started yet, really. Let's see here. So I am going to run Richter versus Ross LaBoss to start. Let me go ahead and actually open up an arena here. Whew. What a day. I think, is there a buzz on here? Feels like there might be. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's picking up in the background on my microphone there, but I don't need perfectly clean audio to run the stream. I'm going to go on to our battle arena. Make it easy. Let's kill that video feed for a sec. Yo, what the heck? Oh, I didn't clean this up yet. The life of a streamer, folks. All right.
Step into the ring.
So our arena is up. I just need to get this information for these folks. All right. Fortunately, a less bumpy start than normal at the moment. We've had some bumpy starts in the past for sure. Yeah, we're very secretive. Jeez, super secretive. Where the hell is my... Let me go ahead and take a quick check here. It is a good time running a tournament like this all by yourself. Jeff, buddy, what the fuck? Come on, sit on my lap and relax. All right. Richter seems to play Zelda. Very, very interesting. Be good to see this match. I haven't seen Ross the Boss in a bracket in a while. Feel like maybe he's been avoiding us. Secretly. But I hope everyone's doing great out there while we are waiting for this to move forward. I've been working on a few different things to make the stream a little bit spicier. I haven't finished them all quite yet. But some of it's working just fine, so we'll be moving on with that stuff. I'm going to double check my audio levels here. Looks like those are all fine. Just some stuff that still needs fixing here. Alright, let's see what we've got. Now we're starting off with some pretty basic stuff from both players. You got the classics out of Steve and Zelda here. Nothing particularly unusual. A lot of spacing being created here. Zelda, we're pretty well known as a much stronger character online than she is offline, for sure. But so far, pretty basic stuff. Not a whole lot of... nothing out of the ordinary as of yet, I should say. Just a lot of simple spacing, no major hits yet. Now we got that down throw coming in. Now he attempts to land with the sweet spot there. Ooh, not quite hitting yet. Landing with that teleport. That's some magic stuff online. It's mostly safe, too, just because of the way that general lag kind of adds up. Because of that right there, that neutral B is actually intangible at the start for anybody who doesn't see a lot of Zeldas online, or Zeldas in general. That intangible stuff is a little bit spicy, kind of hard to get around. I genuinely don't know if this is base skin Zelda. I'm not sure if I recognize this skin. Ooh, that first stock does go over to Richter. Ross definitely a little bit on the back foot here, but he does have some gold available to go if he wanted to run that through. Steve, pretty well known as a monster online as well. This could be Diamond, but not quite. Immediately throwing out that Knight to make sure they cover enough ground, but that Knight apparently does not stop. The cart just goes right on through it. Oh, going for the up tilt combo there. Does not really confirm, but just throws out a cart because it's virtually unreactable. Getting that through. Not getting a whole lot out of it yet. Has a lot of metal on deck to do a lot of work going on there. Ooh. Up tilt, up tilt. No brick drop, though. Does not believe in that was going to go through in any major way. Ooh. Getting the extended hitbox on that anvil. Ross the Boss still a little bit in the lead now. Oh, getting the grab. Going for probably the back throw. Oh, the up smash coming out. I was expecting more aggression in the air, but not getting it. Almost getting taken out for his trouble there. Ooh, going for the down B again. We're going to see a lot of those Knights coming out. That's for sure. They do a lot of work for pressure online, but we are going to see the raw F smash. If it was any other material, we might have seen a stock get lost there, but fortunately for Richter, not quite yet. Ross just kind of playing it patient, but rolling right into the Knight, almost getting hit by the Din's Fire, but really more of just a bit of control online there. But solid stuff there out of Richter, getting that stock closed out by just controlling a little bit too much space for Ross to get past. Ooh. Everybody just let me know if the capture card is too low. I was thinking of bringing it up a little bit, but anybody in chat that wants to let me know, feel free. Now, Ross the Boss still running it through right now. pretty much needs to get a solid hit here. There's a lot of ways that Steve can kill at this point. He's got another diamond on deck if he wants to make more stuff, but he is on the back foot. Getting that hit finally with the back air, that does have an enormous hitbox, and poor Zelda not really having a solid way around it. Ooh. Going for more side B. There's the down air into the up air attempt, but does not quite connect. Throwing out your up B is the Zelda way. You just keep teleporting until hopefully somebody dies. Originally, Chef was going to be in tonight's bracket. He was removed due to missing check-in. But we still have our Chef here in spirit with a Zelda on deck. The up smash almost taking out the stock there. Ooh. Not quite enough to get that anvil back up. And the raw forward smash, not quite going to kill. Getting that knight ready to go. Ross just going to play it safe. Probably going to keep his distance. Throws out the raw F smash. Very close to losing, but there it goes. That stock is closed out by Din's Fire at the last moment. Good stuff from Richter so far. You'll love to see it. Now, a lot of people would say these two characters online, maybe a little bit too much going on. You know, they get a lot stronger online, and Steve is already a fairly strong character. We'll just have to see exactly how it all pans out. Now we're going to have to see if they run right back into that next match. We'll see. Oh, and thanks, Woodsy, for taking notice of the changes to any of the stream stuff. There's still a lot of work in progress stuff going on here, but we're implementing some new code to make things just a little bit nicer looking. Now we're going to have them choosing a stage here. I will see. I don't think that... I don't expect Ross to change characters. It just seems like an unlikely thing in this case. But we are keeping our eye on it. Now, which Zelda skin is that? Is that red Zelda? We'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye. Richter is, in fact, going to be changing characters, though. Looks like. All right.
2, 1, go!
All right. So, moving over to Min Min here, making a change to a different online zoning character that has some fairly good strengths. Now, you don't see a lot of Min Min after the nerf that occurred not too long before the final patch of the game, but definitely still a fairly solid character. Just has a lot of trouble with some matchups that along the way. Oof. That is rough. We have a connection error there, a disconnect. Let me go ahead and check inside the chat here. Oh, that's just me. Oh, wonderful. Well, that sucks. Very unfortunate to see just me disconnecting from the arena. I have a pretty solid network connection there, so what are you going to do? I'm going to move my camera over a bit. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I guess we'll watch those two Pogs fight for a little bit. But if anybody hasn't noticed, yeah, we have been implementing a few different changes to the stream itself. Some good stuff, some stuff that's taking a lot of work, stuff that I've been nabbing from it's just some code that's been hanging around in GitHub that I've been modifying and moving around to make it a little bit more suited for my needs. Now, an interesting change there from Zelda over to Min Min. I'm not sure if that choice was because they felt that Ross was too close to closing out that Zelda or what. Of course, it is just the Smash special that you can change characters in between matches, even if you're victorious in the previous match. But we'll just have to see how this one turns out. Unfortunately, we don't get to see how it turns out in real time. I really do wish we had a different result there. But unfortunately, if I disconnect mid-match, I disconnect mid-match, and that's just the way it has to be. Now, if we look at the bracket, the path of these guys, Ross LaBoss or Richter, are going to be going up against Woodsy in winners quarterfinals, and then the loser of that is going to be going up against the loser of Trollmaster and Cam Roxy over in winners quarterfinals. Definitely a bracket that, while it is not very big, I think has some pretty solid players hanging around in it, and really some strong options to see some good games tonight. Now, I might want to hold on to Thet Dranimal's match and check that out in winners quarterfinals. What's up, Jeff? Jeff is talking to us down there from the floor. It's what he likes to do. Huh, Jeff? Come on, buddy. Let's talk to the stream, huh? What's going on stream, buddy? That is true. All right, you calm down. You calm down. Hopefully, we'll see a winner sometime soon. I do apologize. Unfortunately, these types of disconnects do happen from time to time. I have no way to salvage it. I don't have another stream running, neither of the players I know that I'm aware of have a stream up at the moment. I know Ross doesn't. I don't know if Richter might, so I won't be able to bring that in and show you guys. But in the meantime, I'll be hanging. It's just you, me, and Jeff. You know, waiting for the result. Now, it's possible that we see Ross LaBoss pull through here and get a win on this match, or it is also possible that we see Richter going 2-0 up in this bracket. Either way, the winner of that does have to go up against Woodsy, which is some decent opposition. Currently, tonight's #1 seed. So we'll just have to see how that exactly pans out. Online, Woodsy has proved himself to be fairly strong against a lot of the players that are here. And just in general, I suppose. Offline, of course, Woodsy has been playing very well, recently beating Dolan in bracket in one of our locals. And Dolan, of course, for anyone who doesn't know, is effectively a Massachusetts PR player, fairly strong. Man, this match is going to go, huh? It is Steve versus Min Min. I was a fool to expect it to move any faster than it is. If only. There we go. That is a win for Richter. Ross going down into loser's bracket. Sadly, I bumped my way out of that match, so I don't know exactly what went down. But the good news is we are still chugging along with another match here. Now, Cheese versus Gromyow is now at 1-1, but it does look like Cheese God is the one who's going to take that match. He's going to be going up against Thet Dranimal very soon here. Let's see. We're going to get Thet Dranimal on and rolling. I do know that an ad just auto-played just now. So, anybody who isn't subscribed, which I imagine is most of you, enjoy the ad. And for anyone who is subscribed, which I think is none of you, thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and grab that. That's gonna be on stream. And then hopefully we don't disconnect this time. Hoo-hoo. Once again, big apology to everyone who might have wanted to watch that match and instead of just hanging out with me. Probably would have been more fun. Let's see. We'll get stuff picked out in advance here. All right. I'll make some quick edits to some parts of the stream while we're waiting for them to check in over there. There we go. Just some small changes that I made on the back end here. I'm also going to go ahead and pop up on the Discord. Message out to those folks. Right, that Dranimal's name on here is stupid. Makes it so I can't just type it. There we go. Now, of course, Lacerda and Inazuma are playing over there. It's probably an Ice Climbers versus Sephiroth match that's going to be happening. Joel Master and Cam Roxy. Very strong chance that that's going to be Kazuya. I'm assuming versus like Mewtwo. I think Cam Roxy has a few different characters. But let me check in the Discord here. I think Cheese needs to check in as well. Yeah. But I know Cheese is around because he just ran that last match with Gromio. Gromio's down there waiting for the loser of Lacerda versus Inazuma. Ross LaBoss has not certified the results of his match. I don't think. Let me go ahead and certify those for him. There we go. That was kind of holding up the bracket there. Hopefully Ross is doing all right. There we go. We're going to have our boys back inside the stream here. Of course, that is no stranger to a G4A event, or a G4A stream for that matter. He is pretty much consistently hanging with us, which we always love to see. Now, Cheese God probably playing Joker, if I were to guess. I think he just plays base Joker, base color Joker, honestly. But we'll see. There's a possibility they choose someone else. I don't know. Strong chances. But unfortunately, we've been hanging out here in the big funny box room for a little while because of that disconnect. I've just been kind of hanging out with you guys. I mean, how you doing? It's been a while since we've talked. I went on vacation. Yeah, Cheese, I noticed you're an original boy. Although I don't think you don't play original Byleth when you play Byleth, do you? At least not that I remember. Let's see. Are you in the game lobby yet, bro? Yeah, it's the one that's based on like the deity character from that game. I haven't played it, but I've heard it's great. Heard it's a great game. Where's that Dranimal? Is he in that game lobby yet? There we go. But we'll see. We'll see exactly how this is going to stack up. This is probably one of my favorite tracks, though. Soy Sauce for Geese, man. Anyone who's a King of Fighters player has heard this track a lot if they've played against me. I know Geese is in the game now, King of Fighters 15. I should probably jump back in there, but I've been rocking DNF Duel for a little while now since it came out, and I'm not planning on slowing down too soon. So I'll get back to King of Fighters when the chance arrives. All right. We are ready to go. Fet Dranimal versus Cheese God.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we're starting off with the basic stuff here. Just a lot of spacing between two very high-tier characters. If not very top-tier characters. Now, Fet, pretty much very, very well known for his aggression. Tons and tons of aggression. In fact, sometimes maybe a little too much aggression. But it does work in his favor a lot because he plays a character who is very much rewarded for that hyper-aggression. Great tech out of Fet there to stop any type of follow-up from Cheese God. Getting that Dancing Blades with a nice sweet spot on the end of it. Cheese God not giving up quite yet, though, bringing up our damage to a nearly even amount. He's going to be stopped just shy until that hit, of course, which is going to put him in a very, very tiny lead. Now, of course, Roy does kill easier than Joker does, but they are both pretty solid at killing in most scenarios. Joker requiring a little bit more finesse if Arsene is not out, and Joker might have a little bit of trouble actually getting in on Roy while he's lacking any type of aggressive or oppressive approach option that Arsene might allow. But that forward smash already going to take him out. That just fighting the air for a moment, as he's prone to do. Getting that forward throw, goes for a down air afterwards. Not exactly sure why, but the Dancing Blades is going to close out quite a bit of damage. Oh, the back air. The Joker back air. Now Fet running in, getting the down tilt is Cheese God, but not quite capitalizing on it. And Fet's going to get a nice sour spot hit into that forward smash. Cheese God getting the back air, though, and closing out that stock. Sitting at 70% damage, which is a decent amount up, and now getting closer to 100. Cheese God does recover, though, knowing that Fet can't really go out too far without risking just dying. Now there you go, there's a platform. Joker getting a bit of damage, but Cheese God backing off because he's not really certain of the options that Fet can throw out there. No, that back air from that good old-fashioned ledge trump. It's a Fet classic. It's a little bit telegraphed, but if you get hit by it, you're pretty much dead. Now going for a grab there. Cheese God gets denied by an attack coming in. The Dancing Blades ending in the up part of the combo. Getting the down tilt. Going to be throwing out a few options there with Arsene. That neutral air covers a lot of area. That just kind of falling into it. Cheese God really not feeling too confident here in the way that he's attacking Fet. But going for the up tilt there, Fet just kind of finding his way out of it. Going for the forward smash, but Cheese God expecting some type of hit after that. Getting the forward smash and closing out that stock. They're actually a lot closer than it might look at surface value. But of course, that can close out a stock very quickly with Roy, and Arsene is now no longer on the field. Roy, not a character who is prone to allowing Arsene to come out without getting some type of absorb out of Joker. Now getting the down tilt, he's going to get a drag down, but Fet just footstools out of it. Ooh, getting that back air ledge trump option there. Fet closing out two stocks that way this time around. Really very, very strong in that particular situation. Now we're going to see if there's any type of adaptation out of Cheese God. He honestly played fairly strongly overall, nearly closing out, he did close out every stock but one, of course, but not quite enough, as that just had too many early kill options available to him, and he was a little bit more in control of the match overall, kind of keeping Cheese God chased. A lot of Cheese God's kills were coming off of just kind of punishing Fet's aggression, and less having control over the match itself. But we'll have to see how we move forward here. Cheese does have the option to take a match, at the very least, off of that after seeing what the performance in the last one there. Definitely a potential as we're moving forward here. Now, we are going to see, I believe, a character swap from Thet Dranimal. At least that's what it seemed like from a distance. But we're moving on in. All right. Now we're going to be swapping over to Mario here on Thet's side. That's 2 for 2 here on matches that people have swapped after victory. Thet probably not feeling as comfortable with Roy against Joker, but Mario against Joker is an interesting choice. Although Mario Online has combos he doesn't really have offline, or at least ones that link easier or require less chase. Usually up air related, but we're going to see exactly what Thet gets out of this. Got Thet going for that neutral air. Got a lot of fire coming out. Now we're going to see a drag down combo, but he does not really land it. He doesn't chase that down the way that he needed to in order to actually close that out as a combo. But Thet landing the good old up air, up B combination. Cheese God getting Arsene and getting it out of pressure of the gun as he follows overhead. Now, Thet just throwing out a lot of back airs there because what are you going to do? It's Mario back air, a solid disjoint, a solid option. But also a strong chance it is Thet being Thet. Just he is prone to kind of goofing off in the middle of matches, especially online. But going for the down air or down smash chase there. Oh, a neutral air did not quite connect. Thet still hopping around, hoping to get the ledge trump there, but did not get it. Now the battle of the back airs here. Now that neutral air still landing in the middle of that. Just such a crazy option. Mario's options in the air are just incredibly oppressive, very strong. Joker, less so, although he does have that back air. Landing that early hit of that forward air, it's a very important thing. But, unfortunately, no confirm off of it. Getting that up smash in, Thet is going to take that out. He gets his flood all charged up, but gets back aired for fooling around after the stock. Something that Thet is not a stranger to. She's got getting out of that, just knowing that there was going to be an attempted follow-up after a pause, but solid option there from Thet, just a fairly good chase. Ooh, the up smash. That Mario Dome is very, very powerful. If you are a Mario brother, your head is made of pure antimatter. Now we're going to see a couple good hits here from Cheese God, but still a little bit on the back foot. 50 damage up just about. Thet just kind of keeping his space, knowing that he can force Cheese God to have to approach. Ooh, but getting that spot dodge there, the down smash coming out afterwards. A neutral air, and unfortunately that's going to be the end of the stock for Cheese God. Now let's see here. Oof, just going for the raw pressure options here is Thet Dranimal. Not letting Cheese God really have an option to think. And Cheese God kind of on the back foot, not really sure how to react. Getting his forward tilt in. And 2 back airs in a row. Getting that forward air. Great follow-up there by Cheese God, closing out that stock and putting Thet and him much closer together. But we're going to have to see some good stuff here. Now, Arsene is almost out. Very important thing to note is once that Arsene is out, which is about now, he should have quite a few more options and much earlier kills on a character as light as Mario. Not going for a drag down there, just kind of going for a follow-up. Now the Aegon did not connect, but it does protect the ledge there. Smart stuff. Keeping himself safe. That's going to land him an additional 19 damage. Getting the down throw. Does not follow up with anything. Expecting a down dodge, I think, is what he was hoping for there. Going for the forward tilt, not quite landing it. Ooh, that Dranimal getting pretty close to being able to close out a stock here. Going for the up B, but not quite closing it out. Now, Cheese God lacking a jump here, but just floating down right through the flood. Not even reacting to it. That was really expecting a roll in there. Going for the down smash. Now we're probably going to see a neutral air. Yep, that's going to close out the game. The neutral air from Mario is quite powerful. You never know when it's going to get you. It is going to close out the game in favor of Thet Dranimal. Cheese God moving down into loser's side over there in round 2. Now Woodsy and Richter are still currently going on. Woodsy up an entire match at the moment. Let's see. Anything else going on down in loser's side? Now, it is going to be Thet Dranimal versus Cam Roxy down there in the winner's side. We might as well run it through on stream. We have nothing else to run at the moment. So, I am going to go ahead and run that on stream, nice and easy. Great games out of Cheese, though. Did not give those games away for free. Thet Dranimal, known to be a very, very strong player. He's beaten quite a few high-level players here in the region, and has been just putting out strong results back to back to back to back. But he'll be coming back onto the stream again. Lucky him, because there are no other matches to run at the moment. Now, Richter did take a match off of Woodsy. Maybe swapped up a character to somebody more zone heavy. Maybe going to force Woodsy off of Kazuya. Could see, you're not really sure on that side. Woodsy generally starts off with Kazuya, and can usually swap to Mii Brawler if he feels that he needs to get a little bit more neutral heavy. But, of course, as we're moving through the night, just a big shout out to our local tournaments over at Revival Brewery and Moniker Brewery. We are hanging out there on Sundays and Tuesdays. Sunday being, of course, 2 days from now, we'll be over at Revival Brewery, where the brackets start at around 6:30. Friendlies are anywhere in between the gap in which those have started and ended, and usually friendly setups open up as the night goes on, of course. Those tournaments have been pretty strong recently, running through some of our top PR players here in Rhode Island as the PR season moves on. Hopefully we'll just see stronger and stronger results. Of course, over at Moniker Brewer, we are running there on Tuesdays. We start usually at around 6 p.m., and we are running through the bracket until it's done. Both of these places have great drinks, great food. They're very good to us here at G4A, and of course, they're full of great players when they show up and put on some great shows for us. The best part, really, is there's been a pretty big explosion in the player base recently, thanks to the PR opening back up here in Rhode Island. We are usually stacking up brackets. We hit our current maximum of 32, but we've been in the process of pushing for an expansion to be able to get a little bit more out of our current time slots at the venues. It's going to be getting better and better. Of course, all those tournaments are, more importantly, free to enter. They cost you nothing, and you will usually win at least a small prize in the process. Let me go ahead and I'm going to send a message over to our other player here, Cam Roxy. And we're going to have Thet Dranimal versus Cam Roxy, of course. We're going to see exactly what characters are going to be on display here. I think Thet Dranimal might stick with Mario. He's feeling it. I think he's feeling it. But there's still always that chance that he's going to move on over to Roy in order to just get into his comfort zone. It's a character that has gotten him the large majority of his results. Though he has played Mario in the past, he has gotten some results, believe it or not, with Kirby. He just has a good time, spends his time kind of goofing off, but also getting some serious play. And he's been doing very, very strongly as of late. He generally does strongly, but it's been a fairly large improvement. We can say that of most of our players as they continue to stack up and up and up, of course. No problem at all, Cam. I was just double checking on you. I see that you did check in here. That's all that matters. Now, it is going to be Roy versus Young Link, I think. Which is interesting. I've seen Cam Roxy play quite a few different characters, but the one that I've most often seen has been Mewtwo, believe it or not. Now, I imagine Cam Roxy does not want to be running Mewtwo against a character like Roy, or against Mario. So probably not a bad choice to move over to Young Link. Now, Thetranimal is up on Roxy by 1 in general matchups, but we will just have to see. Well, now I was saying it's the only character I've seen out of you, and I figured that's why you changed your character there, was because Roy Mario would just be a bad time. You and Inazuma. Check with Inazuma, Woodsy, if he's fine with waiting for the match. We're gonna run Thetranimal Cam Roxy. If that's gonna take too long, you guys can just run your match, and then we'll run your winners finals on stream. Oh, that works for me then. Now we are still waiting for a stage choice between Thetranimal and Cam Roxy. Getting some strikes going. We got Jeff down here under the desk yelling. Just screaming at me. All right. Yeah, we'll get you guys' match on stream then. Should be a fun one to watch. If Inazuma is still playing Sephiroth, I imagine. I'm going to go check the bracket. Yes, still playing Sephiroth at the moment. And Woodsy sticking out the Kazuya and taking out... It looked like he started off against Min Min over there in Winners Quarterfinals. But he lost to a swap over to Zelda, but persevered in the long run, taking 2-1 over Richter in quarterfinals there. Sticking out with the Kazuya. No swap over to Mii Brawler. Showing a bit of confidence out of Woodsy in his Kazuya, not making that swap. But let me go ahead and double-check Thet and Cam Roxy. It looks like we are still waiting on stage strikes here. Well, that's what you get, Woodsy. If you're going to go ahead and try to throw cheese at people, you have to run the risks. All right? Oop. Looks like we're just about there. All right, moving along. Now, of course, this matchup is actually kind of a fun one to watch. Both characters are very strong, have quite a few different options. So it's not that unusual to see one win over the other. But let's see how we start. We're going to see Cam starting off the match with a bit of zoning. Now, something that I'm sure he enjoys Mewtwo for is that zoning and zone breaking. But right now he's kind of on the back foot here, sitting negative on stage. Or off stage, I meant to say. Thetranimal kind of keeping his patented aggression going. Not really allowing anything through, expecting that up B and getting a full smash punish out of it. Going for some tilts there, just tapping that boomerang. Getting the J-air going. Ooh, going in there, but Cam actually does make it through there. Oh, I did not notice that. Thanks for that catch there, Woodsy. But we'll see how it moves here. Now, Pet decently in the lead so far. Full stock up. Cam not really cutting a lot of results out of his current zoning options, but we'll have to see how he adapts to Fet's aggression here. He does seem to be trying to slow things down a bit, keeping things at his own pace. The boomerang coming out and controlling as much as it can. A lot of bow here. Going for that forward air, but just bopping him out there. And the neutral air will close out that stock. Oof, going on in, but does not quite land it. Ooh. Throwing out that boomerang. Thet just throwing out some down tilts, being very, very patient here. Showing that it is possible for him to be patient. Ooh, that up smash not quite hitting, but just mashing his way on out of that combo. Oof. Cam eating his safety bomb there. Going for a few different options. Getting off stage there. Dodging a bit. Safety bomb does keep him alive. Ooh, but not for long as he just goes for the raw up smash there. Does not punish particularly anything. Unfortunately, just eats the dancing blades thereafter. Cam not doing terribly, but needs to definitely find some options here that are going to close this gap. Going for the dancing blade, getting back thrown for his troubles there. Oof, not getting quite an option there. Fett definitely in the advantage state here pretty consistently. Not really giving Cam a whole lot of options. But Cam getting a little bit closer to closing out this stock. Landing the good old-fashioned boomerang in the forward air combo there. Wasn't really a true version of that combo, but Fett did fall into it nonetheless. Fett throwing out a lot of his forward-facing options there, getting his reversal out. Cam just going in for a little bit too much aggression there. Ooh, getting that last hit, fortunately for Cam, because it might have been a punish. Very good stuff there, keeping himself as plus as possible, really capitalizing on the advantage state now. Ooh, going for that forward tilt is Fett, but did not quite land it. Ooh, gonna see the bomb come out, probably a dodge upward, perhaps. No, not quite. Not enough time there. The upward dodge probably would have saved him in that situation, but he did not really have time to throw it out comfortably. Fett Dranimal going up on this matchup. That's going to be 1-0 in Fett's favor. Of course, down in loser's side there, we have Lacerda going up over Gromyao using Banjo-Kazooie. Very interesting choice out of Lacerda. Not one that I've seen him use in the past. Usually either Wolf or Ice Climbers. But interesting choice. Did the work for him. Ross the Boss going up over Troll Master. In loser's side there, going up against Cheese God in loser's round 2, Lacerda and Richter facing off on the other side of loser's round 2. Now, it's interesting to see Troll Master out as soon as he was. I mean, it can be very tough to run against Steve online. Troll Master's first match, however, was Cam Roxy, who beat out, it looks like he was playing Ryu at the time, and he was beaten out by Mewtwo. Now, Ryu actually pretty well known for having solid zoning options overall, but Mewtwo is a pretty solid counter-zoning character, perhaps one of his only real strengths in this particular version of the game. Jefferson, my friend, what are you yelling about? Now, we're going to be seeing here is obviously... Whoa, wait a minute. Did we lose somebody? That Janimal dropped out for just a second. He said, give me a moment. So we'll allow that moment, I suppose. In the meantime, I'm going to run a quick block of ads. That way they have no chance of interrupting anything. As I believe nobody here is subscribed, I'll see you in a sec. But, of course, anyone who is subscribed, thanks for hanging out. We are just going to be waiting on Fett Dranimal to return here. We've got a lot going on here at G4A this year, and a lot going on at the Dr. B stream. They're going to be opening up. The schedule should be a little bit more populated next month with a few different things going on. Hopefully when the newer stream setup is completed, we will be seeing more options out of the games that I have the availability to stream. Right now I'm really only rolling a PC and a Nintendo Switch that as far as non-retro consoles. So it can be a little bit challenging to get out the content that I want to get out when I want to get it out. But pretty soon we will be seeing a brand new stream setup, and I'll be very happy for it. I'm hoping that Dranimal does not take too long. And I hope everybody out there is doing fine tonight. Now, Cam Roxy didn't do too poorly there with the young Link. I think it's not necessarily a bad option. Definitely got into the swing of it a bit more toward the end of the match there. Just not quite soon enough to win in that particular case. But definitely was getting a little bit more into the groove of it, keeping out Fett a little bit better, and capitalizing on any of the zoning options that did connect. So I'm definitely a big fan of watching that kind of adaptation happen in real time. It's always a good time. And of course, anybody who's hanging out here and is not following, I would love it, love it, love it to the moon if you would give me a follow. If you would like to support the stream itself, you can either do so by subscribing or providing me just with a donation of any size. Either of those, of course, are super, super beneficial, and I'm always incredibly grateful for either or. It is a lot of work to get these streams running. As of this current moment, not making a whole lot of money off of it, but I'm sure in the future we'll be able to get something rolling there. And I'd be very happy to have you guys along for the ride, of course. But right now, don't really need to do anything much. I'm happy to have you here in the first place. If anybody wants to show a little bit of extra love, of course, if you have a Prime subscription and it's just kind of kicking it around, never hurts to throw it my way. And a follow goes a long way nowadays, and it costs $0. But still waiting on Thet here. Okay, Thet has returned. Hopefully we can get him back in there. He's holding up the whole thing. Pissed. But gonna do some quick movement on the camera here. Whip. So that I can get a little bit more comfortable while we wait for the match to continue. All right, that has returned to the wonderful, lovely arena that we have running right now. Hopefully in the near future he will also be in the match. And of course, if anybody has any recommendations or any suggestions about the content that I run either on the stream or for G4A in particular, there are Discords for both of those things. The Discord for G4A is strictly focused around competitive fighting games, predominantly currently Smash Brothers. But if you're interested in running another game here on the stream or here on Friday Night Foray, do feel free to recommend it or suggest it. Put yourself inside one of those communities, because that is the only way we'll get those communities up and running, is if we have people like you hanging out and jumping in the games. Right now, of course, we do have a sizable amount of players who are hanging out for Guilty Gear. We will be running Guilty Gear tournaments in the near future. Currently, I've been kicking around DNF Duel. Been a lot of fun. I don't know if we have enough players sitting around to really host any DNF Duel tournaments, unfortunately. But it's definitely a fun game. I recommend checking it out. And if you're interested in checking it out and getting competitive with it, feel free to hop inside the Discord for G4A, and we will definitely hang out, talk, play some games with you. Now, it does look like we're actually moving forward a little bit here. Hopefully, we will eventually get a match going here if that Duranimal holding us all up. But we are moving along. Now, we are going to be moving into a match here that I think can definitely, in some cases, favor young Link. Something that I think that he can definitely pull out some good options here. Definitely keeping his space to start off. That Duranimal trying to find his way in, not really landing anything yet, but there is that first hit, and the advantage state of Roy is a very, very scary thing. Cam landing some solid hits there. Going for an option over the shield, knowing the boomerang would come back and kind of keep him at least a little bit safe. That going for an up air out of that and does not quite land anything. That playing it actually fairly patiently so far, not really overextending, not throwing out too many options, but that was a little bit of an unsafe option there. Fortunately, Cam not really capitalizing enough to pull out a whole lot from it. Very close to losing his shield at this moment, but gotta be closing that gap right now. That shield should be fully restored by now. Now we're gonna see him dodging away. Does not want Thet to really get any of the confirms that can lead to a ton of damage in this matchup. Oof. Going for some tilts there. Lands the back throw. Cam playing incredibly patiently. Now going for another grab. Throwing out that boomerang. He wants to get some setups rolling around here. That Duranimal not really landing anything consistently strong. Nothing that led into anything. Very few confirms. Right now, 77% of that has just been stray hits and maybe just one follow-up after an actual advantage state. but he's getting a bit there. Cam Roxy take a huge risk by doing what he just did, and he will eat the life, or I should say his sock, taken away in that particular situation. Not really working out for him. That Dranimal only 14 damage up on him at the moment. Getting a trip there, but not capitalizing on it is Cam, but he is still sitting there, getting a little bit more out of the advantage state that he had available to them, but now it appears they've mostly reset to neutral. Getting that forward air. Solid confirms there, but not really capitalizing in a way that's going to give him the match so far. But giving him a good advantage on damage so far. That Dranimal a little bit in the lead here, getting that grab as he falls in. Bad news. But that up smash going to close out a ton of damage, and the damage is basically then that gap is closed. Cam throwing him off stage. Going for another one of those. Unfortunately, every time those up Bs whiff, that is punishing them with just a straight raw forward smash, and that is a lot of damage and a big risk for death. Getting that boomerang out, going for the neutral air, hitting him right into the boomerang. A cute little combo there. That just getting some pummels in. Not expecting a mash out of that. Oof, we're going to see what we get. That going for a Jair, but really not getting it in that case. Not sure if it was online latency or what. Yeah, getting the boomerang out. Getting the back air going in, but not getting anything out of it. A lot of neutral being played here, but that forward smash out of a perfect block is going to take the stock. What a powerful option available to Roy. Cam playing it patiently is no longer seemingly functioning for him here. Not getting as many confirms. The first stock looked very strong. The second stock was working pretty well. But still needs to put a little bit more work in here, hopefully closing that gap and giving us a game 3. But it is very much possible that Dranimal will just close this out. But they are evened up on stocks now. Still sitting there at 73% against Roy is a very dangerous thing. He waited out the ledge trump, that making it very obvious that it was about to happen. Throwing out that boomerang. Roxy just really hoping to get something solid out of this. That forward tilt covering a lot of area, and he drops down and chases him off the stage, leaving him up the only match left that he needed. Great match between you two guys. As always, great to see any adaptation that was coming through. Roxy really didn't put in a bad show there. Really came close to at least closing out the stock, never taking a 2 stock out of Thet. Definitely a good option, I think, choosing that character to counterpick Roy in that particular case. Came pretty close. But at the end of the day, Thet is going to be moving forward over into winners finals. Now in losers, we have Cheese God up over Ross LaBoss 2-0, and we have Lacerda going up over Richter 2-1. That means that Cam Roxy is actually already available for another match there with Lacerda, and Woodsy versus Inazuma, the loser of that, is going to be going down to fight Cheese God. As it stands right now, Inazuma versus Woodsy is going to be the next match on the stream. Whenever they are ready, I did send the information over into the chat. Now, very likely we are going to see Sephiroth versus Me Brawler. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I may be overstepping myself there, but I'm not sure if Woodsy's going to want to run that. Well, hi there, Spicy Nematode. Good to see you in the chat, and especially good to see you following. Hope you're doing well, man. And I expect to see you on Tuesday, or maybe no, Sunday is the next one. If you're going to be there on Sunday, it'd be great to see you. Now we are going to see, what is it, Woodsy and Inazuma. Now, we haven't seen Inazuma at a local in a little while. Oh, glad to hear it, man. You're getting better and better each time. Now, let's see. Probably Sephiroth, right? But I feel like it's a bit of a toss-up on Woodsy's side. There could very well be a Kazuya. I feel like Kazuya, I would go as far as to say that Kazuya is likely, but we'll have to see exactly how this comes out. Woodsy definitely has been putting in great performances recently. It is going to be Sephiroth versus Kazuya. The absolute classic banger of a match.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, Woodsy versus, and it is Inazuma. I know it says Jolly on there, but in the bracket he's hanging out as Inazuma. We haven't seen him at a local in a little while, but he has performed fairly strongly in the past. Going out with some solid options there. Woodsy's going to be throwing out some combos here. Woodsy very known for his Kazuya in general, a very solid tech player. But a little bit on the back foot here. This is kind of why I was expecting to see Mii Brawler. But I think Woodsy trying to lean a little bit less on that Mii Brawler as time goes on. We're going to see that Shadow Flare just going out and taking him out there. I think that's actually Mega Flare, perhaps. Now that is Shadow Flare right there. Now getting some good options here is Inazuma. It's going to be pretty hard for Thet to get in with a character like Kazuya. Inazuma definitely having a lot of strong options to space out Kazuya. And landing that good old-fashioned Shadow Flare. It's going to be doing a bit of damage even though he closes out the stock. Woodsy does land a solid hit there. We are going to see a combo here, probably the classic there, but Inazuma dropping his shield a little bit early and losing his stock immediately because of it. Now let's see. Inazuma definitely has options to win this matchup. We saw how strong that first stock was, but if you let Kazuya take an inch, he will take the entire mile. That should be a combo right there. But the Shadow Flares, Woodsy just kind of cashing out with that hit and making sure that neutral resets in such a way that it is not in Inazuma's favor. Going for the up B there. Oh, did I call Woodsy Thet? That's weird. Well, my apologies to both of y'all. I did not mean to call you the wrong name there. Listen, I've been dealing with a lot of players tonight already. That is going to be up Woodsy 1 there. We're going to see if Inazuma makes any changes to his character. Thet Dremel's sitting pretty over there in Winners Finals, waiting for the winner of this particular match. Cameroxy and Lacerda hanging out down there in Losers Quarterfinals. Match still ongoing, hasn't even closed out the first one yet. Apologies again for accidentally calling Woodsy Thet. Just talking about all the players in the world, you know. I was talking about a strong player, Thet, so I wanted to. That's why when I think strong player, I think of you, which is why I accidentally said you. No. See, it was out of love. Now we're gonna see the same characters running back here. Definitely a matchup that I could honestly still see go either way. What? Did that not update? Now let's see here. Inazuma definitely feeling, I think, a little bit of pressure from the loss that he got last time. Sometimes when you eat enough Kazuya stuff, it kind of makes you feel a little bit... should I say, disheartened. But that was a very solid option there. Definitely closing that out immediately. Great stuff out of Inazuma, closing out that stock. Turning it all around. Now, this should be a death for Inazuma there. Woodsy coming up ahead there. Ooh, definitely getting some options there. I think Woodsy was trying to close in with the side B, but did not have the chance to land it. Inazuma definitely playing a little bit more carefully, trying to space out some more options. That should be a solid hit, but he drifts out. Ooh, solid parry there from Woodsy. That could be death. Yeah, and it was. Very solid combo there out of Woodsy, and Inazuma not showing a way to get out. Oof, going for an interesting attempt there, probably hoping to pop up and get an early kill. But this is going to be a solid combo here out of Woodsy. Not quite landing it, Inazuma knowing a way out. Inazuma definitely feeling a little bit pressured here, unsure how to get in. Yeah, the music is definitely not fitting. Yeah, Mario 2 not... I forgot this part of Mario 2. Now, Inazuma keeping himself safe there. Woodsy just kind of spamming out the down B. The input version, of course. Now, getting that forward tilt, Inazuma's going to close out that stock. Now, if Inazuma spaces out properly, it could be a problem for Woodsy getting in and getting any solid damage. Throwing out that Mega Flare. Ooh, but that should be it. Good stuff out of Woodsy there. Inazuma nearly closing that gap. Definitely showing some good adaptation. But unfortunately for him, not quite enough to close out the match against Woodsy. Now, Woodsy very well known in our area and in the Massachusetts area. Very strong Kazuya player. Working his way up. Plays a lot with the likes of Axiom XL and a few other players. That does mean that it is going to be Woodsy and Thet-Dranimal on stream. Then we're going to be falling down into the loser's side as that still rolls through. Or maybe not. I think that round might be too early. Oh, very unfortunate for Inazuma. I figured that might be kind of a challenging matchup for Kazuya. But you would definitely know better than I. Now that round should be... Oh, wait. Yeah, I figured it would be, yeah. It definitely looked like a matchup that would be borderline unwinnable if the Sephiroth kept the space perfectly. Is that reported on? There we go. Woodsy, I had to report your match for you. But Woodsy's going to be hanging around in the arena waiting for... It's no problem, man. Waiting for Thet to hop on in. We're going to see the classic Thet-Dranimal versus Woodsy match here. I like to refer to it as a classic at least. Now, we are, of course, in winners finals at this point in time. I'm going to be dropping down into losers soon. Usually we drop down into losers earlier than this, but given the size of the bracket, just didn't really quite make sense. Now, of course, Inazuma is going to be going up against Cheese God in losers corner finals, and we have Camroxy versus Lacerda. So far, with Camroxy up one match. Now, Camroxy playing Pokemon Trainer, it looks like, and then swapping to Young Link. Lacerda opening up with Wario and then moving over to Banjo-Kazooie. Interesting set of characters running around in there. The arena's not letting you join. Try it again, Thet-Dranimal. We'll be seeing here Thet-Dranimal may be having a little bit of an issue joining the arena. I might have to recreate it. But, well, we'll see. Thet-Dranimal having a little bit of trouble connecting to the arena here. We'll be waiting just a moment for that match to get rolling. Hopefully we'll see it going soon. Always, always having a good time here. In Nintendo's flawless arena system. Oh, water. Very good stuff. Of course, in the near future, we are going to be having a little bit of fun I'm hoping to run maybe some interesting rule sets here on Friday Night Foray. Maybe have a second bracket for maybe just some off usual stuff. Maybe a doubles bracket, that could be fun. Maybe an escalation bracket or something like that. We could have a lot of fun with any other rule sets that I can get into the system here. If anybody has any suggestions, of course, I'd love to take them. Those tournaments less likely to have big prizes, but still likely to be a lot of fun. That could be fun. That would make Pokemon Stadium 2 quite a mess. It's definitely a crazy stage when it transforms. That one and what was the other one I was thinking of? No, wait, no, maybe just that one. The other ones are pretty tame when they have their hazards on. Yeah, because that stage would be a nightmare. Because I'm thinking that, Town and City and Smashville would be fine. Obviously, Final Destination and Battlefield would be fine. Yoshi's Story would be interesting. Wonder what else? Trying to think of all the stages now off the top of my head, because a lot of them would be fine with that on. Some of them nothing would change, like Final Destination, Battlefield, nothing would change at all. I'm gonna have to recreate the arena real quick here and see if that fixes our problem. Yeah, everyone can just see the password. I trust you guys not to join or I'll just kick you and then ban you from my stream. Let's see. There we are. Slowing us down a little bit here tonight. And we'll see, where are we going from here? Thet able to join this time. That's good. Good start, good start. I think Thet just wanted to pause for a second to put in his cheat codes on his Nintendo Switch Game Shark to mess us up. That's what I'm thinking. Almost certainly the case. Wait, does it say 12 on my thing? It should be fucking 14. Jesus. That was wrong all night. No one told me? What the hell? Is there even a block option in there? Like, how would they not be able to join? Let me take a closer look here. Yep. I'm going to rush over to my DMs. Communication error has occurred. Please try again later. I'm going to run a speed test real quick. I don't think it's mine. I've been running all night. I've got an up-down of like 900 megabits a second. Yeah, mine's fine. I'll check it on my Switch, too. NAT type shouldn't cause an issue as long as it reaches the network. The Switch really does chug down a way slower speed, doesn't it? That is more than good enough for that, though. I mean, if you... I can't see the NAT type actually causing an issue like that. At least not in this particular case. You guys have fought each other before. Huh. I'm deeply confused. You think I'd run my Switch through my usual actual IP? And then I don't put it through a gate? I am deeply confused as to what's causing this. You guys, try setting up direct if the console restart doesn't work. Man, I've never run into this issue before. Let me double check some of the settings on my end. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you guys make an arena. If that works, then let me know and then just give me the details. This is decisively not dunktastic. Oh, I should probably be talking. Sorry about the silence there for a second. I'm really trying to suss out what's causing the issue here. But if Thet and Woodsy can join their own arena, then we should be Gucci. It's definitely a weird issue going on, though. Guess we'll be waiting for that. No, you just throw it up in the chat. Guess that means I can just join it for clean. I'll let you guys join first, in case somehow I'm fucking it up. Yeah, and Thet, when you get the chance, let me know if that works. It is also possible that Nintendo is screwing us up somehow, because that does just happen sometimes. Okay, let me try to join then.
Step into the ring.
All right, I mean, must have been something wrong with my network. Possibly. All right, well, whatever works, works. Glad to see it working. Oh no, wait a minute. It kicked me out. There must be something going wrong with Nintendo's servers. Woodsy, did your arena close out or did it just kick us? No, it's still there. What is going on? I've already had that Dranimal in an arena already as well. I've had him in an arena now. Unable to enter arena. Oh boy. That doesn't quite make sense, because I ran you on stream earlier tonight. Let me try restarting the Switch, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna get interesting. We're gonna do a full Switch restart because something's going on. While I'm figuring this out, I'm just gonna run an ad break, let that get through. Hopefully we figure it out in the meantime. What is going on? All right. You know, all you got to do is put in your your Twitch Prime subscription. Okay, that arena's closed. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna open a new arena. I don't even care. Everyone can see the password at this point. There's like no. Potentially, it's just not even gonna work.
Step into the ring.
No idea what's going on. Well, let's check out what's going on in the bracket anyway. Inazuma versus Cheese God down there still going on. So far, Inazuma is up 1. Cam Roxy waiting in loser semifinals. I see 3 people in here. I guess my Switch just like was messing everything up. Oh, that sucks. Sucks even worse that it was me the whole time. At least it's working. That's all that really matters. Well, my Switch hasn't been restarted in like 3 months, so probably something wrong with it at that time. But here we are. We have returned. We get to actually watch Thetranimal versus Woodsy. Yeah, if this isn't the coolest match that's ever happened. You don't have to invite Twitch to ban me. I'm sure they'll find a reason eventually. But finally we are here. We're going to have our match, Thetranimal versus Woodsy. Should be a fun match to watch. They've both committed to playing their best, as you can see in the chat on the screen right now. Hopefully we get a good match. After all of that wait, it better be the best. I wonder who Thet is going to choose. I'm actually kind of intrigued because he does have some options. I don't think Roy is a bad option at all. Nor Mario, really. But he chose Cloud. I'm a little confused, because that sounds a bit like a counter pick. He told him to play his best. That starts at character selection. Oh boy. All right, it's going to be Cloud versus Kazuya.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's do this. Now we're going to see the immediate grab. Thetranimal just hanging out there on the ledge. Now, Thet does actually have a Cloud. He has played Cloud before. But I'm not exactly sure how trained he is with Cloud. Ooh, throwing out some options there. Woodsy might not need to counterpick this character. He might just force Thet to actually choose one of his mains. Oh, the straight get-up option there. Ooh, going for the online match-o-matic there with the up B following up the cross slash. Ooh, getting hit there, almost taking that stock out is Woodsy, but Thet does get the proper landing on that platform. Ooh, going for the down smash there in the hopes of getting him spiked against the stage. No dice on that one. Ooh, Woodsy still playing some good options here, playing it safe, playing it careful. We're gonna see what he can get out of this. Thetranimal not really getting any major hits this stock yet. And going for the back air there. Nothing particularly major. Throwing out a good old-fashioned blade beam. Ooh, going in on that. Ooh, not quite landing it. Very unfortunate for Thet there. Still hasn't peeled this stock off of Woodsy, but getting the dash attack will definitely close it out. Ooh, going for a forward tilt there. Going for the up air, but not quite landing anything. Woodsy just throwing out just safe options here. Thet not feeling as in control of the match as he might have expected with a character like Cloud. Just kind of moving around him. Ooh, but going for that forward smash, not quite landing it, but the cross slash will come through. That should be a loss of a stock right there. Woodsy just wave dashing his way away. Throwing out some options there, getting the back air, but Woodsy very much poised to win this match at the moment. Throwing out some options there. That definitely maybe playing it not so safe at the moment. Getting his up B punish there, but not strong enough. Almost losing his stock. That should close out Woodsy's, though. So they are even on stocks here, but that definitely sitting up on damage. Woodsy could easily close this stock out as long as he gets in. That throwing out some good options there. Getting the down air. Ooh, Woodsy throwing out that good old-fashioned option select. Of course, the fact that hit blows my mind a little. Ooh, that just kind of throwing out lots of back air at the moment. Ooh, throwing in a neutral, but very dangerous spot to be in here if that grab hits. And Fett losing the match, despite going so hard on the counter pick there, not getting what he was looking for, that's for sure. Good stuff, good stuff. Gonna see if that changes characters here. I feel like it's likely he does. I don't think the Cloud really worked out in the way that he probably would have wanted it to. But we'll see. Because definitely seemed like he was warming up a little bit with the Cloud. Was getting stronger as the match went on. But I still really just don't think it's likely he's going to choose Cloud again. And Woodsy not changing off of Kazuya, doesn't need to swap to Min Min like he threatened, because he won the match. Let's see. Who are we gonna get? Well, of course he's gonna stage counter pick, bro. But we are going in.
Three, two, one, go!
Let's see what we got. He's going with Kalos here. Of course, a very rough stage for Kazuya in a situation where a character has better airspeed. Trying to go for a good old-fashioned down tilt or down jab confirm, but does not quite get it. That just throwing back airs out like it's nobody's business. It's going to be the stalest move the game has ever seen. And going with the blade beam. Ooh, very good movement there from Woodsy, getting right between that neutral air. Now let's see here. Going with the up B, very solid stuff there. Now Woodsy sitting on the capability of just killing. There it is! That will close out the stock. That really does need to close the stock before that comes into play. Oh, getting the good old-fashioned classic Kazuya setup going there. Ooh, he's going for the infinite. Does not stick the landing. Woodsy, very smart, knows that you're not allowed to just keep looping that. Ooh, getting the forward air in. Solid stuff out of Woodsy there. Playing it safe, playing it careful. And in a matchup like this, he definitely has to. Alright, Fett definitely trying to keep it a little safer himself. But gets his shield broken in the process. Just the up smash to close that one out. Ooh, Woodsy trying to go for some options there to hopefully, I think he wants to land that loop again, but no such luck so far. Going for some more back airs there is that. Kind of just trying to close out some options. Ooh, getting that back air, almost taking out the stock. We're getting close to getting a nice early hit here and being strongly in control of this particular stock. Oh, going for the up throw. Ooh, we're going to see. I'm actually on the edge of my seat here, seeing exactly how Thet is going to try to close out this stock. Ooh, very dangerous. Woodsy going for that loop, but unfortunately put himself in a lot of danger in doing so. Oh, goes right for the raw forward smash, hoping that Thet was going to try to capitalize on that. A lot of solid hits here out of Woodsy. And we're going to get a good old charge up there, and I'm going to see exactly how Thet needs to close this out if he wants to win this match. Woodsy very close to just being able to touch and kill. Now Thet moving a bit faster now because he has that limit break out. Ooh, very dangerous there to throw that out in neutral like that. Woodsy just hoping to get that up B confirmed. Oh, but that could be death. Very close, but not quite. That getting a little bit of a footstool there. Ooh, close stuff. Oh, and that closing out the match with the back air. Are we going to see the change from Woodsy over to Min Min? Is it possible? Will we see it? Now we're looking at 1-1 here. Now both of these boys, or one of them at the very least, has to hit 3 wins in order to close out this particular set. So it's going to be some time. Now down in losers semifinals, we have Inazuma versus Cam Roxy. Both of them going 2-0 against their opponents. Solid stuff. Cam Roxy up on Inazuma by 1 point at the moment. Whoever wins that match is sitting in losers finals, getting a minimum of 3rd place. Now we're going to see here, 1-1 on a best of 5 set. We are moving along slowly but steadily through this one. That Geronimo going to be sticking with Cloud. Looks like Woodsy going to be sticking with Kazuya. Yep, very much the same. Now, of course, there are a lot of options for each player to close this one out. Woodsy has to do quite a bit of work in order to win this matchup. It is a hard matchup in general, I would say, for Kazuya. But getting some solid hits there, trying to close out an early stock there, but not quite landing it. I think Woodsy just really wants to get those early stocks cleared out to give himself an advantage so that he can just not have to move in as much. He's definitely going for riskier combo pads that do not pay out as much in the hopes of getting a bigger payout and getting a solid early stock on Thet. Oop, getting some solid stuff there. That going for the back air there. Woodsy fishing for the up B to try to close out that stock, but losing a stock of his own in the process, getting the forward smash out. Ooh, interesting Wind God Fist connect and classic stuff with the up B, closing out that stock and evening up the match. Cloud going for the grab there, not quite landing it. Charging up a little bit. Ooh, he's probably going to try to go for the loop there, but does not go for it. Oof, closing out that stock nice and early is Woodsy. Going for some solid hits here. That's kind of the stuff you have to land with Kazuya against a character like Cloud. You cannot generally win neutral against this character. So every touch has to be very, very big. Oop, getting the throw there. Ooh, Thet rolling on that platform. Exactly what Woodsy was hoping for. Getting that cross slash in. A lot of options here for Thet to pull this back, but he does have to put in quite a bit of work. Woodsy now sitting in a nice spot with that rage. Demon Driver. Solid stuff out of Thet, knowing when to guard, but that's going to close out the match. Woodsy going up 2-1 over Thet here in winners finals. Kazuya Mishima. So far, so good for Woodsy. Definitely making the best of a matchup that can be very, very annoying for Kazuyas to play through. So far, doing very, very well. Thet has the option at this point to change characters, and this is his last chance to do it. If he... well, I guess it maybe not his last chance. If he wins the next match, he can change characters again if he so chooses, but definitely not necessarily the strongest option. Will he be sticking out Cloud is the real wonder here. And actually, I guess, will Woodsy stick out Kazuya or make a change? There's that Kazuya. Woodsy sticking to his guns, keeping the confidence in the character that he's been labbing out so much. Oh, maybe not. I could be wrong about this, because I think I might see a glove down there in on Smash GG. And that little glove means that it would be Mii Brawler. Yes, it is. Now, Mii Brawler is a good choice out of Woodsy. Definitely a stronger matchup for his character.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, let's see how this goes. Now, Woodsy probably hoping to get a lot of early stocks out of this. Mii Brawler's neutral is very strong, and he has a lot of options to close out stocks incredibly early. But Thet probably pretty wise to a lot of the tricks that Woodsy's going to bust out. Then the lack of a character change out of Thet might be a big mistake. Might have been better off rolling Roy against a character like this. And he had the option to choose, I believe. Ooh, landing that out. Solid stuff there from Woodsy, catching him before he managed to grab the ledge. Ooh, Woodsy trying to go for another good old-fashioned cheeseroo there. Closes his own stock out instead. But Woodsy probably feeling a little fresh here because he can afford to lose this match and not be bumped down into loser's side. Oof. Solid hit there out of Thet, going up a little bit here. Now Thet needs to put in a little bit of work. Woodsy's very, very proficient with this character, and he was going for the onslaught there. Not quite going to close him out with the up B, but if Thet does fall into that onslaught, it is an easy kill for Woodsy. Oof, not exactly the greatest capitalization on that positive state. Unfortunately, Thet getting closed out there. Oof, this could be a lot of damage, but Woodsy, not the correct chase in that particular situation. Oof, that down B scoops from 1,000 miles away, but once again, Woodsy closing out his own stock. Oop. Going for some solid stuff here. It's a nail biter of a match here. It is Thet's winner's side life, but not his tournament life. Oof, going for some good stuff there. Oof, Thet trying to follow that up with another neutral there, but not quite landing anything out of it. Woodsy just kind of keeping himself safe with a lot of out-of-shield options. That could be the end of the match right here if he lands the right stuff on ledge. But there's just the shot put. Not much he could do to try to get any type of cheese there. Shot put doing a lot of work for Woodsy in this case. That having a lot of trouble getting back to stage, but there it is. But the up smash is going to close it out. Woodsy closing it out. Swapping over to Mii Brawler at the end there. Thet probably would have been better off changing his own character. But we will see Inazuma going up 1 against Camroxy now. So we are 1-1 down in winners semifinals. We'll be waiting for the winner of that to give Thet Dranimal his match down in losers finals. So Thet can really just hang out inside the arena if he wants. Might as well so that we don't risk anybody disconnecting. But right now, we're going to see how far along is that match. Now, both Camroxy and Inazuma running the same characters all the way through. Inazuma sticking to his Sephiroth pick, and Camroxy running with the Young Link that he's been running for a good chunk of the night. Definitely getting pretty far into the bracket tonight. That, I don't know, it was definitely the wrong choice. I don't know if the cloud pick was the way to go. Now they're going to duke it out in the comments section. The real neutral of the game. I'm pretty sure you own Kazuya, though, Thet, so you still spent that $5 just to not win. I mean, we are still waiting on this Inazuma versus Camroxy match. Come on, boys. What, you don't own Kazuya? Fighter Pass 1 does have Terry in it, so I'm going to have to agree with you, Spicy. Come on. Now we are 18 minutes into their set, which means we should be a maximum of a minimum of about 4 minutes into their match. That you play a top tier character. You play Roy, dude. Not even Jeff plays Roy, bro. Yeah, how long is this match going to go? Oh, Inazuma going up over Camroxy. Looks like it's going to be Thet Dranimal versus Inazuma here in Losers Finals. Hey, we're going to be seeing that lovely match on the stream. Camroxy really coming close there, though. Great stuff out of Camroxy tonight, getting pretty far into the bracket. That puts Camroxy in a clean 4th place. Cheese God and Lacerda hanging out over there in 7th. But of course, now it is going to be Thet Dranimal versus Inazuma in a 1st to 3 match. Best of 5, always good stuff. And then we'll see if Thet Dranimal is going to get his chance to get the run back over in winners in grand finals against Woodsy, or if we're going to be seeing Inazuma pulling some stuff. expecting good things out of you guys. Come on. Wait, no, I actually, Spicy, I disagree with. I just reread it again. Oh, no, I agree with you. Wait a minute. Wait. I just had to reread your message, your comment like 30 times. Inazuma throwing out the new tech. Infinite mind games. Instantly take 2 of your own stocks away. Hey, Jeff. Excuse me, Jeff, you're a cat. No reason to yell. Come on up. There you go, buddy. Shh. All right, Jeff, come here, buddy. Come on, Jeff. You're here to say hello to everybody? What's up? What? I agree. I do agree. Yeah, this little guy, he's the co-host, you know? What's going on down there, Jeff? Wait, you don't want to be on camera? Wait a... Alright, the match. Will the match begin? I'm getting a buzz on my mic here. Alright, we are good to go. Alright, seeing some good stuff here. The very quick, aggressive opening here from Thet. Inazuma back at it, ready to battle it out. Hey there, T-Bomb. Now we're going to see some solid play here. Thet really just kind of keeping him on the back foot. Inazuma needs to make a little bit of space if he wants to really roll anything in at the moment. But definitely sticking on some of the aggression of his very own, knowing that his options just will not matter, or that Thet's counter won't matter against his options in that particular case. That was always fun to see. You don't see the counter come out of Thet often, but the one time you see it, it is completely useless. Scintilla just definitely keeping that space option, but unfortunately Inazuma staying true to his word and SDing. Getting that forward tilt in there and getting the Scintilla to close out the stock. That Dranimal throwing out some good aggression on the shield there, getting some solid options. Inazuma just kind of staying back a bit, sticking defensive. Going for that good old-fashioned jab. Scintilla coming out. And never forget how much that sharks. Going for the forward air. Note the down air not quite hitting there. Thet capitalizing a little bit on a punish, but really not getting a whole lot out of it. What are we going to see here? Jolly. Inazuma definitely getting some good options in here. Ooh, goes for an Octaslash attempt there, but not quite landing it. And we're going to see the up air almost close out the stock, but not quite. Scintilla coming out again in the hopes of an aggressive attack there from Thet Dranimal, but not seeing that happen either. Very close to closing out that stock. The Octaslash getting him straight to stage. Ooh, Thet's back air definitely doing the work. But Inazuma not too far behind. Most touches off of Sephiroth from this point on would definitely close out the stock. Ooh. Ooh, getting some solid confirms there is Thet. Ooh, playing very much to his strengths. And faking out with that good old-fashioned flare, but not getting much out of that cancel there. Going for that forward air. Oh, bopping with the Mega Flare, getting a kill out of it. Very interesting thing that just happened there. I feel like that was a death no matter what had happened in that part, but interesting way that death occurred. Oh, going for a back air there. Getting some solid combo options here for Inazuma. Ooh, definitely maybe overcommitting to that Shadow Flare. But the dash attack putting some work in. Forward tilt. Definitely getting some good stuff. Oh, the Scintilla not quite landing where he wanted it to be. Thet very, very intelligently getting above that. They're going for the grab. Probably a back throw afterwards. Actually, a forward throw in an attempt of a chase, hoping for a roll-in, but not getting that option out of him. Getting the forward tilt. Ooh, going for that forward air, but not landing it. This is actually a very close match. Got the wing there on Inazuma's side, giving him an additional jump, giving him a bunch more options off stage. That not believing in his usual call out and chase options, but going to close out the stock there for Inazuma, taking the first match in this particular set. Very good stuff. Now this matchup is actually kind of fun to watch. Just a lot of cat and mouse running around, getting some chases in from both players. You love to see it. You really do. Let's see here. I'm just gonna take a quick poke around on my end here on the back end while waiting for the match. But the match didn't wait for me. Oh wait, maybe it did. Jeff, buddy, come on. I don't know what you're up to back there, Jeff, but I hope you're doing okay. All right, moving on through. All right, so back in we go. Inazuma up 1 on Thet Dranimal at the moment. All right, getting a solid reversal there for Thet. Now, we've got the Shadow Flare on him, so it's not going to be completely safe. He's going to get hit with quite a bit of damage. And we're going to see some good old stuff here. The forward smash, attempting to punish there, but not getting anything out of it. Shadow Flare not getting anything as well. Just a lot of small hits going on so far. Oh, going for that up air. Now Thet, stock down at the moment. Needs to make an adaptation on this particular matchup here, because something is not working out for him. Now the Scintilla definitely putting in a lot of work for Inazuma, allowing him to stay safe coming in and allowing him to also attempt some punishes and some ledge trapping when Thet is coming in. Getting in the forward tilt. Going for an up air, not quite closing anything out, but the forward tilt coming out, the up smash coming out to try to punish it, but nothing really connecting at the moment. Thet having trouble getting in. And Scintilla closing out that stock cleanly. Now Thet a bit on the back foot here. That is going to close out the stock though, but he does need to close an entire stock in between. Oof, getting that up throw there. Is going to go for the up air afterwards with the Shadow Flare just kind of hanging out. Thet not making any strong hits in this particular stock. I mean, definitely needs to get something going here. Going for the back air. Oof, going for a confirm there with some solid aerials, but still not enough damage to really do much. But we're going to see the Shadow Flare coming out. Thet getting to the ledge before that can become an issue. Getting the up smash in. Now, if he can close out this stock, if he ends up landing on Rage, that would be a big help to him, but... Ooh, closing it out there. Inazuma with the smart, good old-fashioned down air. Now, that's going to put Inazuma up 2-0 over Thet so far. He has to win only one more match, and Thet needs to run the reverse 3-0 in order to close this one out. Gonna have to see how this turns out. Definitely some good games out of Inazuma. Now we might see a character change from Thet. That's definitely a possibility. But we shall see, because I don't think the Roy is necessarily the wrong choice. But I do think he's kind of struggling to get in at the moment. Don't know if he has a character that he could choose to close that gap in a stronger fashion, because I don't think Mario's going to fill that gap for him. But in this particular case, I mean, that's got to make that choice. That Dranimal making the change over to Sora of all characters. Interesting choice. But we'll have to see if that really pans out for him in any meaningful way, or if it's really just going to end up being a situation where Thet kind of made a random choice.
2, 1, go! Fire! Thunder!
I mean, so far we're going to see if this choice to Sora is going to change anything. Now, Thet Dranimal definitely maybe putting a little bit too much offense on a character that doesn't really have to approach. Getting the counter there, Thet really hoping to get an interesting option out of that, but didn't really get much out of the counter. Oh, we're getting a few different spacing options out of Thet here. He's definitely keeping the space a little bit more than we've been seeing in the past, but getting punished there for that Thunder. Oh, that should be a punish there for Inazuma. Now we're going to see if Thet can actually close this out. We're probably going to have to see a little bit more patience out of Thet. And getting his up B in there. Oof. And that up air is going to close out that stock. That really does need to make an adaptation here in order to maybe be a bit more patient. Thunder is coming out maybe too often here. Finally closing out that stock there. Or no, not quite. Not really sure how to capitalize on that freeze there. That should finally close out the stock there. Solid, good old-fashioned B reversal, but what is that going to do to make the attempt here to close out the rest of the set? Oop, now we're going to get the down throw. Oof, the Thunder comes out. Now we're going to see what exactly we have going on here. Thet still not really making the gap here, but getting a solid aggressive option. Really throwing out the magic abilities there, perhaps a little too often. Inazuma making sure to keep that space. Very much what he's been doing in the majority of the set here, the majority of the sets that Inazuma tends to play. He's a player who's very patient and very much willing to just hold space. And Thet perhaps just laying it on a little too aggressive. And that's going to close out the entire set there. Thet getting 2 stocks right there at the end. Playing probably just a little bit too aggressive. Looking down, I just saw your comment there, Woodsy. And I'm going to have to agree. The aggression is just being outdone by the defensive options in this particular case. that not making that adaptation, unfortunately, or maybe just not taking everything seriously enough in that case. Too much aggression coming out of a few different characters there, and Inazuma very well known for defensive play and making that defense work out, and that's going to be a just a complete 3-0 there. That is very true, Spicy. Now, Sora does have solid aggressive options, but fading is definitely something that Sora can do very strongly. Now, Woodsy does have his work cut out for him here because Sephiroth is not exactly an easy matchup for Kazuya. Considered to be a fairly poor matchup even. So we're going to hope to see an adaptation there out of Woodsy. Woodsy doesn't... I mean, the adaptation would actually, I guess, have to come from Inazuma. Woodsy already having gone up over him 2-0. But we'll see if that adaptation is there or if Inazuma feels a little bit more warm in the next matchup than he did the first time that he went up against Woodsy. Now we are going to be seeing the Kazuya versus Sephiroth, which we'll have to see exactly how that pans out for both players, because in theory, it's definitely a tough matchup for Kazuya to get in, get the options that he wants out of it. And on the other side, for Inazuma, it's definitely one of those matchups that doesn't necessarily always reward playing hyper patiently, because you can get a lot of really big punishes on a player like Kazuya. So hopefully we'll see if either player makes a full adaptation to each other. But if Woodsy puts on the same performance that he did the last time that these two fought, then we are going to be seeing a Woodsy favored match. Now, of course, Jeff is in the background just yelling at us. What he's prone to doing. Now we're going to see that up throw there out of Jolly. Now, I mean, Inazuma. Always messes me up when I'm reading their names on the screen there. Solid combo there out of Woodsy. Perhaps getting the full stock there. Right, closed out immediately. Going off the stage to get a little bit of invulnerability. Keep himself safe. Now, in a matchup like this, it's not the kind of situation where Inazuma can just... space him out completely for free and ignore a lot of his options. He does have to play carefully. If Woodsy does manage to get the capitalizations that he needs to get a full combo, it's big trouble. Now, of course, the interesting thing to actually think about in a stage like this is that Kazuya actually has a really strong advantage against a lot of characters on Final Destination. You don't have any platforms to run away from him. A character like Sephiroth can run away from Kazuya very easily with platforms. So it was definitely an unusual choice to see him go to Final Destination instead of selecting another stage that maybe had some stronger platform options. And unfortunately, he just lost that by trying to fight against Woodsy's up B there. Really probably would have been a better option to just throw out the down air on ledge. Definitely playing it a little bit unsafe here is Inazuma, hoping to close out a stock early. Getting the back air, but not quite closing out the stock. You know that Kazuya is a heavy, heavy boy. Inazuma not really sure how to approach this offstage option yet, it seems. For the back air, finally closing out that stock, but he is still a full stock behind and a bit of damage. Now, Woodsy could definitely close out this stock with a proper combo. Getting the forward tilt. Oop, Woodsy not getting anything that he can truly combo off of there. Oof, Going for some stuff there, Woodsy. Going for a capitalization in the hopes that he got something stronger, but the up smash is going to close out the set. Or the stock, I should say. Set is still 2 matches away minimum for Woodsy. But of course, when we're talking about what Inazuma has to do to win this tournament, it's not just the set he has to worry about. There's a whole set afterwards if he manages to take the first one. Now, we might be seeing maybe a stronger counter pick option here as far as stages are concerned. The choice to move over to Final Destination is not necessarily a wise one when you're up against a character like Kazuya, who has just so many options to take out anybody, really, on that one. Yeah, I just don't know if I would choose it. I mean, Sephiroth can definitely get some solid options on stages where he at least has some platforms. I would say, I mean, at this point, Woodsy is probably going to ban Kalos off the list, so I wouldn't say that he's going to choose Kalos. But it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here. Woodsy in the chat talking about what kind of reasons one might choose Final Destination against Kazuya. But I would say that it's a strong stage there for a player like Kazuya, or a player like Woodsy, who pushes the right advantage and kind of tries to close gaps. Now we are going to be seeing the same matchup, no changes from Inazuma as far as characters are concerned. All right, let's see what we got. Now, Inazuma choosing to go back to Final Destination. This is still a strong stage. I know, as Woodsy pointed out in the chat there, Sephiroth does get a lot of value out of the stage, but the problem is that Kazuya gets a ton of value out of this stage as well. Getting the shield break there, though. Solid stuff. Going for the Mega Flare, or Giga Flare, rather. Solid early kill there for Inazuma. Maybe with this kind of lead, he could space out and close out the match by just kind of making space and keeping Woodsy from capitalizing. But just walking directly into that back air, unfortunately, just takes him right on out. Oop, going for the forward air. Both players playing it incredibly safe at the moment. Not really getting much out of that one. Oh, Woodsy going for the instant kill there. Oh, Sephiroth almost light enough to actually die from that, but not quite. All right, getting a solid back air there is Inazuma, but not enough to really get a lot on the offstage options here. Mixing up where he's going to go with that Octo Slash there. Oof, going for the forward air. Not quite hitting, though, unfortunately. Woodsy just playing patient. No, he has no choice but to play patient in a matchup like this. Ooh, let's see. Definitely one of those matchups where both players are going to want to back off as much as possible. Going for the forward tilt. Ooh, very dangerous option there, but does manage to make it at least not punished. Oop. Going for the forward tilt there. Probably could have gotten a stronger option out of that punish, but wave dashing not quite working out in that scenario. Taking a huge risk is Inazuma. He has seen how that's worked out in the past, and getting a solid confirm there is Woodsy, calling out that particular jump-in option. All right, let's see. Probably going to go for the down air right there. Not much Woodsy could have done. Now, of course, Inazuma definitely has the option to close this match out. He's going to get hit pretty hard here. Oof, going for a chase there, but not quite landing the one he was looking for. Inazuma probably going to have to play a little bit more aggressively in order to close this stock out. But playing it, still keeping it safe. Both players just kind of slowing the match's pace. Woodsy closing out the match with the classic electric wind guide into the up smash there. Now Woodsy going to be going up 2-1 at the moment. Or 2-0, sorry. Now it's one more match for Woodsy and a minimum of 3 more matches from Inazuma in a row in order to close out this particular set and get himself into the reset side. We'll have to see if he can make that adaptation here. It's looking a little bit tough, but not impossible because the match was not really that far apart. Let's see what the choices are here. I imagine the characters are all going to stay the same, but I'm going to see if there might be a different stage choice going here. I don't think that Kazuya, or I should say Woodsy in this case, is going to ban out something like Final Destination, so we might see it again, but doesn't seem to be working out for Inazuma quite yet. All right, let's see where this goes. Oh, we're going to see the Woodsy swap over to Brawler. Bit of a surprise, but... All right. So this is actually a pick that definitely Woodsy could have done earlier to have a stronger matchup against Sephiroth, but it's still not the strongest matchup, is my understanding. Ooh, gets the shield break in, though, but that shouldn't be able to kill. A shield break that early only does Woodsy so many favors, honestly. Ooh, going for the onslaught there, really just trying to close that stock out as fast as possible. And going for the good old-fashioned Shadow, or I should say Mega Flare. Ooh. Inazuma trying to just keep his space against Mii Brawler here. Going for a more aggressive approach on stage there, avoiding the onslaught. And, oh, going for the dash attack, closing it out. But we're going to see if Woodsy can close out this stock sooner. He's going to go for the... Yep, I was going to say he's going to go for the down B there. I got the Shadow Flares on him. Ooh, getting a solid confirm off of that. But not much else so far. We're going to go for the neutral air there. Now, Inazuma still pretty cleanly in the lead at the moment. But it is one of those situations where Mii Brawler really can close out a stock incredibly, like I was about to say, incredibly early if he chooses to. I don't think that Inazuma was aware of that particular move and how it interacts on ledge like that. Oh my god, going in for just the deep one there. That really could have been a closed out match, but Woodsy is going to take it 3-0 here in Grand Finals. Very solid stuff there from Woodsy. Swapping over to me, Brawler, to close out this tonight's game. That is going to put Woodsy as the winner of tonight's tournament. Of course, that's going to be another $25 payout in Woodsy's favor. Good stuff tonight, though, from every player that came on and hung out tonight, honestly, because it's been a little while since we ran a tournament. I was on vacation for a little bit. We've been on, I was a small hiatus. The stream is going to be picking up, especially in the month of August, where I'm going to be running quite a bit more streams. The Smash stuff is going to be sticking on Friday night for a little while, unless we can find another day to do it that will still allow the same number of players to actually jump in. Since we are on the East Coast of the United States, it's one of those things where we can only have certain times up, only have so many options when it comes to getting people in there. And we are always working to work with our local community as far as when the online tournaments are going to run. Thetranimal, of course, ready to duke it out with Woodsy down in the chat. Unfortunately, when he duked it out with Woodsy in the bracket, he didn't win. And the chat only means so much. I'm going to go fight Thet right now. I'm going to go drive down to his house. But what was I about to say? I can't even remember at this point. But I guess what I was really getting to is thanks everybody for coming on tonight and playing the game. Thanks for all the spectators that have been hanging out and watching. Thanks to any new followers that have hopped in tonight. We love to have you here. I love to have people to chat to down in the chat. And of course, we are always trying to expand and improve the general situation here. That's why we've been making some changes to the stream itself. I'm about halfway through a lot of those changes, but it's involving some code and JavaScript and all that fun stuff to just make sure that everything can run smoothly, look nice, and transition the way that I want it to. I was definitely happy with the results tonight. I thought there was a lot of good matches going on. And I expect some adaptation from a lot of these players and see some change in the future. But thanks to everybody who logged on tonight. Thanks for everything that you guys do for me. I always have so much fun running these guys for you guys. With that being said, I am going to be closing the stream for the evening. We're going to be having some longer streams in the near future. Like I said, things are going to be lasting longer, maybe running more than one tournament per night here for Friday Night Foray. It'll depend on the size of the brackets that we are getting at the time. So I hope to see you guys there when that does happen. Thanks everybody for logging on. Congratulations to the top 3 players tonight, that being Thetranimal, Inazuma, and Woodsy, who took the whole match. And also big shout out to Cam Roxy, who of course got pretty far in the bracket. I'm glad to see Cam Roxy, I think, improving as a player and mixing up some of their character options. But I'm going to be headed out for the night. Going to need to eat some food. I hope that you guys all have a great night. And later.